Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiriye nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttam shloke ter bhavati naistiki. So this previous paragraph we studied how different 10 names of sannyasis are there in Shankaracharya sect and their respective brahmacharis. Sripad Shankaracharya established 4 monasteries in India in the 4 directions north, south, east, and west, and he entrusted them to 4 sannyasi disciples. Now there are hundreds of branch monasteries under these 4 principal monasteries, and although there is an official symmetry among them, there are many differences in their dealings. The 4 different sects of these monasteries are known as Anandavar, Bhogvar, Kitvar, and Bhumivar. And in course of time, they have developed different ideas and different slogans. So they have developed different ideas and different slogans. So see, even Krishna told Arjun that I spoke this science of Gita to sun god Vivaswan. But in course of time, everything was lost. So he said, I'm speaking this knowledge again to you. So even Shankara sect also, Shankaracharya sect, every sect it happened. When the leader leaves, slowly, the main teachings, they get either diluted or they just completely get wiped out. According to the regulation of Shankara's sect, one who wishes to enter the renounced order in the disciplic succession must first be trained as a brahmachari under a bona fide sannyasi. The brahmachari's name is ascertained according to the group in which the sannyasi belongs. This custom is current in this sampradaya up to the present day. Lord Chaitanya superficially accepted sannyas from Keshav Bharati and became known as Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Although he was sannyasi, he could have been Bharti or some other name, but he preferred Shri Krishna Chaitanya as a servant. And as we studied when he took sannyas, Mahaprabhu first spoke a verse in the ears of Keshav Bharati. He said, oh, at night I had a dream and Krishna gave me this verse. Is that a proper shloka? So he spoke it in the ear of Keshav Bharati. And then Keshav Bharati said, yes, it's very nice, very nice. And then he spoke the same shloka to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The point was, although it's Shankara's sect, but first Mahaprabhu gave sannyas to Keshav Bharati because he spoke that mantra in his ear. And then Keshav Bharati spoke that mantra in Mahaprabhu's ear. So it was his pastime. And then when the time came to give the name, Mahaprabhu himself suggested, give me this name, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. How do you think this name is? Oh yeah, it's a very good name. The Lord kept his brahmachari name even after accepting sannyas. Those who recorded the Lord's pastimes did not mention that the Lord ever identified himself as Bharti. Although sannyasi in the Shankar Sampradaya thinks that he has become the supreme, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu considered himself the eternal servant of Lord Krishna, even after he took Ekdanda sannyas. So he never thought of himself as supreme. Ekdanda means I am same as Lord. As a friend of the living entities and spiritual master of the universe, he benefited the conditioned souls by preaching pure devotion service of Lord Krishna among them, and never exhibited the pride of an Ekdandi sannyasi. The brahmachari's only pride is the service to the spiritual master, which is not unfavorable to devotional service. The authentic biographies also mention that when Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, he accepted the danda, rod, and begging part, which is symbolic of the sannyas order. So he accepted it because this is their only asset, begging pot and erdenda. So this is how tough sannyas life is. It's not that easy. And the begging part means whatever fills in that begging part, that's what they're gonna eat. That's it. Not gonna keep anything for future. And after cleaning that, they drink water from that. The word Maheshwar is found in Shveta Upanishad as follows. Mayam tu prakritim vidyam, Mainam tu Maheshwaram. Although Maya illusion is false or temporary, the background of Maya is a supreme magician, the personality of Godhead, who is Maheshwar, the supreme controller. And Tam Ishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram. You are the supreme controller of all controllers. So Maheshwar, of course, generally the name is used for Lord Shiva, but Maheshwar means the supreme controller or Parameshwar, Maheshwar. But that is actually it's Lord Krishna. In his commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam 11:27-23, Sridhar Swami has quoted the following verses from Padma Purana. Yo Vedado Swara Prokto Vedante cha Pratisthita Tasya Prakriti Linasya Yapara Maheshwara. He who is described in the Vedas and established in the Vedanta, who existed after the merging of Prakriti, is called Maheshwar. Who existed after the merging of Prakriti means when all the dissolution happens. Yo Savakaro Vai Vishnu, Vishnur Narayano Hari, Saya Purusho Nitya, Paramatma Maheshwara. The original person who remains after annihilation is none other than Lord Vishnu, who is certainly not different from Narayan or Hari. He is the eternal supersoul known as Maheshwara. Also in Brahma Vaivarta Puran it is said, Vishwasthanam cha sarvesham Mahatam Ishvara Swayam Maheshwaram Chatene Mam Pravadanti Manishin. The wise say that Maheshwar refers to the Lord of all places in the universe, which is called Mahat. So, Lord of all places in the universe. The city of Navadvip is situated on the eastern bank of the Ganga. For a long time, it was the capital of Sen kings. At present, the place, formerly known as Navadvip, consists of a number of villages with various names. The place now known as Mayapur is a site between the residence of Jagannath Mishra, Srivas Thakur, Sri Advaita Acharya, and Murari Gupta were formerly situated. Because in the shloka, this came that he incarnated in Navadvip and is known as Vishwambhar. Due to the change of the course of the Ganges, most of the Navadvip area of Lord Chaitanya's time has been submerged. So most of the Navadvip area of Lord Chaitanya's time has been submerged. Therefore, most of the inhabitants were forced to shift to nearby places. The modern city of Navadvip is situated at the place known during the time of Lord Chaitanya as Kulia or Pahadpur. But in the 18th century, Navadvip was situated on the island of Kulyadha or Kalyadha. In the 17th century, however, Navadvip was situated at the places now known as Nidai, Shankarpur, or Rudrapada. Previous to that and up to the 16th century, the Navadvip of Lord Chaitanya's time extended throughout the places now known as Sri Mayapur, Ballaldegi, Vamanpukur, Srinathpur, um, Bharuidanga, Simulia, Rudrapada, Tarnavasha, Kariyati, and Ram Jivanpura. So many villages or so many places. All we know is Sri Mayapur. So earlier the Ganges flew in different way. So Navadvip was on the eastern side. Now Navadvip is on the western side of Ganga. So between Ganga and between Navadvip and Mayapur, now there is Ganga. And in fact, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was trying to find the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, which is called Yogpeeth. See, Mahaprabhu only performed his pastimes 500 years ago, not too long ago. But his place of his birthplace was lost. And people were just not interested, looks like, in keeping his birthplace intact. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he referred to scripture, so it should be here, it should be there, because he was a magistrate, high court magistrate, so he had access. And then there were maps showing the Ganga has changed its route. So now Navadvip is on this side and Mayapur on this side. So they were guessing this could be the place of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birth. So then finally, some villagers took him to a place. They said, here, Tulsi grows very fragrantly and very much in quantity. There's so much of Tulsi. So this might be the place that you're looking for. This might be Yogpeth. So it was just in the paddy field. No temples, nothing. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very happy that yes, looks like he has found the place, but he still wanted to confirm. So he called the one of the greatest saints of that time, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. And Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj could not walk. He was so old and frail, he could not walk. His servant used to carry him on his head on a basket, in a basket. And he could not see, his eyes would not open, and he would just sit in the basket and chant. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur made the arrangement for his servant to bring Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj at that place to confirm whether it is. And everybody was shocked. I mean, he cannot walk, he cannot even see. How is he going to confirm? But Bhaktivinoda Thakur had full faith. No, he's a great Vaishnava, he can confirm. So he was called and he came with his servant. And as soon as his servant reached that spot, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj jumped from the basket on the ground. I mean, he had no strength earlier. His servant had to carry him. He jumped from the basket on the ground and he started dancing and chanting, doing kirtan. Yes, this is the place. This is the place. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he established a mutt over there or made a temple. And later on, bigger place was formed. But this is how they confirmed the place, birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Mayapur, which is now Mayapur. In Navadvip, he had different pastimes. So that place is there, a beautiful temple, and Vishnu Priya deity is there, or the place where Vishnu Priya, wife of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai, she used to live, Sachi Mata, because birth was at one place and then looks like they had moved, or the temple is there, uh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's temple. Anyway, I don't want to tell too much detail because then he'll say, let's go to Mayapur. The present day village of Vamanpukur was then known as Belpukur. But when this ancient village of Belpukur was shifted to Megharchara at the end of the 17th century, it became known as Vamanpukur. Ramchandrapur, Kakadare Matha, Shri Rampur, Bhagavata-Adi, and other places were on the western side of the Ganga. Some of these places were part of Koladvip, and some were part of Modram Dvip. Although some places like Chinadanga and Pahadpur are now lost. Places like Teghadvira Kola Amada, and Kulia Ganja, present day Navadvip, still display evidences of the ancient Koladvip, Vidyanagar, Jannagar, Mamagachi, Kovila, etc., on the western side of the Ganges, are supposed to be the suburbs of ancient Navadvip. So Navadvip means place of 9 islands, 9 dvipas, and there's different names are there. Various unreasonable arguments regarding the location of ancient Navadvip began even before the time of Lord Chaitanya and have presently taken a terrible shape due to various reasons. These baseless arguments have not and will not ever be successful. Under the order of direct, a perfect devotees like Sri Jagannath Das Babaji, it has been indisputably established that a short distance from the Samadhi of Chandkazi is the site of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi's house, the Lord's birthplace, at Sri Mayapur Yogapeeth. All impartial, historical, and spiritual evidence, enriched with reason and argument, indisputably conclude that the area surrounding present day Mayapur is a site of ancient Navadvip. So that is a site, and it has been proven, no disputes about it. In the 12th wave of Bhakti Ratnakar, it is written, it is specifically stated in the Vishnu Puran that all of the Lord's abodes are situated within Nadia. The Vishnu Puran states, please hear about the 9 islands of Bharatvarsha known as Indradvip, Kasheru, Tamraparna, Gabhastiman, Nagadvip, Soumya, Gandharva, Varun, and the ninth Navdvip, which is situated near the ocean in the midst of the other 8 islands. Navdvip extends 1,000 yojans from north to south. In his commentary on these 2 verses, Srila Shiva Swami writes, in these verses the word Sagar Samvart means near the ocean. Since the name of the 9th island is not separately mentioned, it is obvious that the 9th island is Navdvip. In the Gaur Gaunadesh Deepika, it is said, all glories to the most wonderful abode of Navdvip, which those in full knowledge of Ras call Vrindavan, which people of knowledge called Golok, and others called Shvetadvip, and still others called Paravyom, the spiritual sky. So Navdvip is non-different from Vrindavan. Navdvip is famous throughout the universe as a place where the 9 types of devotional service, beginning with hearing, shine brilliantly. The 9 varieties of devotional service are enumerated by Prahlad Maharaj in the Srimad Bhagavatam as follows. Hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, all those 9 processes. Remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, Shodash Upachar, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto him. In other words, serving him with the body, mind, and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. So these are the 9 processes, and one can do all 9, 1, 2, or as many as he wants. But these are the processes of pure devotional service. Although Srinath Navadvip consists of 9 separate islands, they remain one. Throughout Satya, Treta, and Dwapar yugas, up through the beginning of Kali Yuga, the name of Navadvip was never lost. But as Kali Yuga progresses, the name of Navadvip will be nearly forgotten. So throughout Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, the name of Navadvip was never lost. And these places are eternal. And again, like yesterday we were talking in Kurukshetra, or in the Bhagavad Gita class, Oh, people, modern historians say Kashi is the oldest city. Look at the name of Navadvip. It's from Satyuga. It is there. But those who don't want to believe cannot do anything. Some persons, however, will realize the abode of Navadvip. By Krishna's will, Vajranab established many villages in Braj and named them according to the pastimes that were performed there. Yet, as time passed, many of those places were forgotten or renamed. In the same way, the villages of Navdeep were manifested and named according to the pastimes performed there by the Lord and his devotees. Yet some of them were forgotten and some were renamed. The name of Navdeep, however, remained. Simply by hearing the word Dvipa, one's miseries are diminished. Simply by hearing the word Dvipa. Dvipa just means island. But when it is connected with pastimes of Mahaprabhu, all one's miseries are diminished. There are 9 dvipas on the eastern and western side of Ganges. Antardvip, Simantadvip, Godramdvip, and Sri Madhyadvip are situated east of the Ganges, while Koladvip, Ritudvip, Janudvip, Bodramdvip, and Rudradvip are situated west of the Ganges. Beloved devotees of the Lord, headed by Shiva and Parvati, eternally reside in the abode of Navadvip. So all these dvipas are there, and every dvip, every place has his own set of pastimes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed over there. And they are in sequence according to the 9 process of devotional service. So one dvip is known for Shravanam, another dvip is known for Kirtan, Vishnu Smaranam, and so on and so forth. So 9 islands, 9 processes of devotional service. And And yes, they're beautiful places to go to. And ISKCON every year conducts, not just ISKCON, Gaudiya Math also, they conduct this parikrama of 9, Navdeep parikrama happens just before Gaur Purnima. So that's also for 9 days. Parikrama happens and huge number of devotees. It's amazing how many devotees come over there. So much so that now the management had to divide the parikrama in Hindi group, English group, Russian group, and Bengali group. So that the different devotees can go in different groups, and they don't follow the same path. Means one group will go start with Amdadweep, somebody will start with Simandweep, something like that. And the whole day they do parikrama, there's fixed places that they go to, and they have katha, and throughout the day kirtan is going on, prasadam is distributed. Um, and the last day, they all meet, different groups, they all come together at Yogpit. They meet over there. And from Yogpit, the huge Sankirtan, they're like maybe 10, 15,000 devotees. And they all walk with Kirtan towards ISKCON Mayapur. So, yes, if somebody wants to attend that, one can go. Okay, I guess we can stop here and see anybody has any questions or comments.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Jai
Jai
Shri